Hey, Kat.
Hey Laura, how's it going?
Good, good, good. Hey, Tom, too.
Wow, I guess I'm second best
Yeah, you got
here.
demoted. We got Kat back.
Hola.
Hi, Kat. Hi, Laura.
Hey.
We got Kat back because we're returning to the Grishaverse.
Pew, pew, pew,
The
pew.
Grishaverse.
The Grishaverse, yeah. We read Shadow and Bone about Alina and the Darkling, and then, those two sequels after that.
Yeah, where she was getting all her
She was
amplifiers.
getting all her
Mm-hmm.
amplifier. She was really horny for the Darkling. That killed him in the end.
Oh my gosh,
Spoiler.
yeah.
It was so weird that she was horny for him.
Uh, she was really horny for him.
Yeah,
But,
he was like 3,000 years older than her.
he was. But that was a classic YA hero archetype story.
I
And
feel
this
like it
is
was
set in the same.
weirder. Oh yeah, I feel like it was weirder because he was kind of into her, right?
Oh, yeah, he was. Because
Yeah.
she was the only one as powerful as he was, so therefore he was into it.
Yeah, that's kind of gross. He was 3,000 years older than her,
Yeah.
but whatever. Okay, so
You
this is in the
know.
same universe.
So the same universe, but even though it was originally marketed as YA, I don't think it is any longer considered YA. I think in publishing there's been some weird things where they like don't know how to market books anymore, and YA as a genre is like fluctuating because
Mm.
YA is supposed to be like books about teens for teens going through the teen experience,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and a lot of these books like A Court of Fire. Oh my gosh.
A Court of Thorn and Roses.
Yeah, A Court of Thorns
Mm.
and Roses was marketed as YA, and it's like,
Akatar.
yeah, ACOTAR.
That is not YA.
It is not YA. It's like
There's no way.
it's like adult romance.
Yeah, I don't think that is marketed as YA.
It was because
Really?
YA as a genre was like in a like the void. So yeah, I was reading about how YA, since it's kind of like weirdly marketed,
Mm-hmm.
one way people think about it is that if you can like replace the age of the character and like make them a different age, if the story doesn't feel any different, then it's not YA, it should just be an adult novel. So for example, if you have a novel about teenagers but like them being teenagers isn't central to the experience, like them
Mm.
going through a coming of age and stuff like that, then it ain't YA, it's just an adult novel.
That's
So anyway,
fair.
back to this book, which is
Mm-hmm.
very dark for a YA. It is called Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo.
Okay, but before we like really get into it, remind me the magic system
Oh
here.
yeah, that's the first thing I have written down
Oh,
in
perfect.
my
Okay.
notes. Welcome back.
I all I remember is like cosmetic magic and
There's cosmetic magic, that's right.
the light dark magic, and then there's like the elemental magic.
Yeah, so the light dark
Mm-hmm.
magic is not a thing in this book. I
Yeah,
mean,
because it
like,
was only two people who could do it.
yeah, it was only two people who could do it, and then one of them died, and then the other one lost her powers, though then there were a bunch of other light benders that came into existence, but that doesn't matter, they're not mentioned.
Okay.
So we have the people who can manipulate bodies, so heart renders and healers, and heart renders are like anti-healers. They're trained to use like the way they can manipulate the body for like harm. So like instead of healing you, they can stop your heart.
Can they also do like horrific body horror things?
Yeah,
Ooh.
probably. Yes, actually, we'll see that.
Great. All right.
And then we have the people who can manipulate the elements. So we have the wind, water, and the firebenders. And we have people who can manipulate other stuff, the magic engineers.
Oh my god,
Oh
I
right,
forgot
the
about them.
magic engineers. I forgot
Women in
about them
STEM.
too.
Hell yeah.
Listen, I was so confused about the magic engineers the last series, and I feel like this series it actually kind of explains what they can do a little bit better. It's like they can separate elements. So like if you have a bar of iron or like a bar of steel, you can separate the iron from like in an alloy. You can like separate elements out.
Oh, okay.
So that's
So
what
they
the
can
magic
like
engineers
purify
can do.
metals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, alchemy situation.
Yeah, so yeah.
They,
I feel like they did not explain the
who's
magic engineers in the last books.
true? Who's the one like ancient copper merchant that everyone was upset with? Ea
Oh
Nasir.
my gosh, yeah.
He would not survive with these guys around. They would
Mm-mm.
purify his copper instantly.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the novel. So chapter 1 is a little bit of a prologue actually. So we're following Just, who's a city guard. He's a new city guard.
Juiced.
Yeah, Joost. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Just. It's okay. We only follow him for one chapter.
Okay, I was worried about that because I was gonna make jokes about how he's on steroids.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. Drugs is a plot of this book.
Oh boy,
Maybe that's why his name is Juiced.
he's juiced to the gills.
So he is working at like someone's house, like a rich merchant's house. He's like a guard there.
But the
And he has a
merchant-
crush on Anya, who's a healer, Grisha.
Ooh.
Did you say something, Kat?
Oh, the merchant might be the copper guy. Who knows?
Right.
Who knows?
So Anya is one of 3 Grisha who works for like this merchant councilman. And one of those 3 Grisha mysteriously fell ill and vanished. And when Just comes down to visit, Anya isn't there either, so he's worried about her. Also, reminder, in this universe, Grisha, who are like the people who can use magic, they're kind of treated as servants or slaves.
Mm.
They're like not treated well. So he is called in to attend to the councilman and observe and whatever. And Anya's there in some sort of prison cell. So like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So the councilman and the captain of the guard, they're discussing lowering the dose and not wanting the same results as the other guy.
Oh?
Uh-oh. It appears we are testing Anya's powers.
Oh.
So, like, they have, like, a little kid in there, and so she's a healer, right? So they literally, like, cut this kid on his arm, and he's like, heal the kid, and she's like, okay. And then they give her a drug, and she gets a massive power boost to her healing, and then she attacks and escapes, because she's pissed at them.
And she's juiced.
And she's got a big power boost.
And she's juiced, yeah.
Yeah,
She's got that
juiced.
roid rage, Just breathing out.
Exactly. All right.
I feel like it's kind of insane that these people are the servant class or like the
Yeah,
slave
they
class
are.
because they could literally just kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, but like they're like hated in this universe. Like there's like the one country that like thinks they're witches and they literally burn them at the stake. And then it was in the country that we followed with Alina Ravka that they were like part of the army and where they were trained, but in most other countries they're not treated very well and they're servants. All right,
odd.
so moving over to our main characters, we have Inej and Kaz. So they are street people. They're thieves, basically.
Okay.
And they are fascinated by a recent assassination of an ambassador. It seemed impossible because like he was killed in an empty locked room, and they like to do impossible things. So there is a rival gang meeting thing happening. So they're in a gang, and Inej is known as the Wraith. So she's cool. She's like the sneaky rogue.
Ooh.
And Kaz is kind of like the gang leader,
Okay.
lieutenant. He's not actually the leader, but he's pretty much the leader. So he's at this meeting, and Inej is watching hidden above. So Kaz's group is in charge of some harbor, and they make a lot of money from the merchants. So they live in like a merchant city, so like on the ocean. So this is not the same country as we saw in the last books.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So basically the other gang, they want like, they want some rights to these merchants, but Kaz is like, I built up this port. They're my merchants.
Mm.
Right. So,
Because you can definitely own people.
oh well, yeah, he's like, I own the stealing from the merchants or whatever gangs do.
This is my turf.
Yeah. Yeah, we would seriously know all about that. So Kaz has seriously outplayed this other gang. So Kaz knew that he had a traitor for them, and he managed to publicly out this traitor while also outbidding the guards that they had bribed. So, like, this other gang tried to bribe the guards, and then Kaz, like, outbribed them, and he was, like, 3 steps ahead. And Kaz says he deals in blackmail, not bribery, and it's much more effective.
Mm.
So, it all wraps up with the rival gang agreeing to back down. It's a complete smackdown.
Mm.
So, Kaz has been in his gang, the Dregs, since he was 12, and he's 17 now. They're all teenagers, of course.
Of course.
He also walks with a cane, not clear why yet. And Inej is saying Kaz was reckless. The meeting could have turned out with them all dead, but Kaz is like, I'm cool like that. And Inej
Kaz-
says, greed is your god. And Kaz is like, no, greed bows to me, my servant and lover.
That's so.
He's so edgy. Also,
so
Kaz is
edgy.
always described as wearing like fancy suits. And I'm like, this kid is 17. He probably doesn't even have a beard yet.
Yeah. Well, not only that, his cane is definitely a sword cane.
It's not a sword cane actually, but it is made by the magic engineers.
I can't believe you would ruin this for me like that.
Well, it's like reinforced, so he can do a lot of damage with it. It's not a sword though.
So it's very pure whatever.
Yeah,
material.
like he's described as being able to like he's very skilled at like, hitting it directly into someone's nerve and like immobilizing their arm cuz he just like bludgeoned him.
Bro
I
is
wanted to learn that
tightly.
skill.
Yeah. Yeah. But
That would
he
be
has a
very
limp
useful.
and a cane.
Yeah.
So Inej works for Kaz because he paid off her indenture when she worked at a brothel. So she was like, hate the place, and Kaz was like, I'll pay off your debt. She was like, great, I'll work for you. And they've worked together for like 2 years now.
All right.
She's also 17. Everyone's 17. Pretty much.
17 and working at a brothel is rough.
Well, she'd been working there for like a year.
That's very rough.
Yeah, is rough.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so Kaz is out alone in an alley, and he's knocked out and taken. Turns out by a merchant named Van Eck. So, he's kidnapped by a merchant. And the merchant council has a proposition.
How did our wraith woman not?
She was not with him at that point.
Oh, okay. So they separated. And
Yeah,
then,
they separated.
And then he got knocked out.
Yeah,
by
so
a
then
merchant.
he was walking around alone. Yeah,
Rookie
the fool.
play right there.
Right. Not a very good gang leader. But, he's still pretty skilled. He breaks out of the chains pretty easily, and he has Van Eck with a knife at the throat. And Van Eck is like, hold on, you want to listen to me. He's like, hey, Grisha, come in here. And there's a Grisha who can walk through walls. And this must have been the one who originally got Kaz kidnapped because he was, like, having a tough time fighting them. He was like, whoa, where'd you come from? So this Grisha is a drugged waterbender, and their power trip means that they can alter his own state between solid, liquid, and gas, and do it to
What?
objects. So that's how he can, like, move through walls, because he can, like, gasify
Vaporize
himself and then
himself?
re-solidify. Yeah,
Wow.
and move through walls.
Okay.
Even though walls, like, maybe gas can't get through them, but don't worry about that.
I have a few problems with this one.
Yeah, what's wrong, Tom?
Well, first of all, what you mentioned about gas not just going through walls.
Yeah.
Second of all, okay.
I mean, it can go through walls. The particles are definitely small enough, but, like, normal air doesn't, like, do that. It goes through the path of least resistance, usually. So I guess if you're, like, intentionally turned to gas, you can, like, slither through the wall.
Yeah, but also, if you turn yourself to gas, how do you
Yeah.
keep yourself together?
It's
Yeah,
part
are
of the
you, like-
Grisha magic, Tom.
Are you inert? Can someone, like, put you in their pipe and smoke
Are you
it?
inert?
Like,
That's a good question, right? Like, what?
It's a great question.
Especially since he's drugged, he's laced, right? So like,
Exactly.
That's the kind of question I would expect out of a PhD candidate, Kat.
can he be vaped?
Is he inert? Yeah.
can he be vaped?
Well,
My
anyway.
headcanon is yes.
So the whole point is that Van Eck is showing Kaz, look at this super powerful Grisha who can do things that Grisha aren't supposed to be able to do.
Mm.
So this drug, it doesn't just boost power, it, like, alters perception. So it makes them quicker and more precise. So, like, able to do things they wouldn't normally be able to do.
I'm wondering what the cost is.
Yeah,
Oh, don't worry, we'll get into
exactly.
There
that.
has to be a cost with this
Yeah.
being so powerful.
Yeah, well, and another example is they had a magic engineer, and he was able to literally turn lead into gold.
Oh, just full on alchemy.
Yeah, on the magic drug. So,
All right.
Sounds like meth.
and then Cass is like, oh, that impossible assassination, that was possible if the killer can walk through walls.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it does sound like meth cat. You're right.
So, Van Eck is asking Kaz to save the guy, quote save, who invented this drug. And he's from a different country. And apparently he wrote to the merchants begging asylum, and he's, like, kidnapped somewhere. And Van Eck is offering to pay a lot of money, like $30 million. I think that they have a different currency, but, like, kind of based on how it's described, it's probably similar-ish to dollars.
It's more than enough money to live on.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So Kaz is like, that's a lot of money. Maybe I'll consider. And
he has to ask what the catch is, right?
well, it involves breaking in somewhere that's never been done. So you break into the ice court. It's like they live up in the mountains. It's like a place that's never been broken into before.
That sounds really cool. The ice court.
Yeah.
You need to elaborate immediately.
I love a heist.
Well, I mean, we'll
too.
get there. They're the people who are like the witch hunters, and they burn the Grisha.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're that country.
Okay.
And Kaz is the type to steal impossible things just to prove he can, just for the fun of it.
Oh.
Okay, so the problem with the drug, seems to be harmful to the Grisha. So the Grisha that is here in the room, he's like coughing blood.
Oh, so it just destroys your insides.
It kind of just destroys you.
I mean, I guess turning yourself into gas would also do that a bit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
So Van Eck is telling Kaz about the healer that we saw in the prologue that they tested it on, and they thought because she was a healer, she would be, chill. And, well, she wasn't, because we saw that she attacked them and escaped. But more details about that is that she could basically do mind control. So the healers, they can manipulate the body, and under the drug, they can manipulate the mind, too. So anyone under her command just stopped after her final command, waiting. So she had told them, to wait after, to get the guards to stop. And ever since then, they've just been waiting.
Oh, they're stuck there.
Yeah,
forever.
they're stuck there. Because she's dead.
Oh.
So they're stuck there. So she died, so she escaped, and then drowned coming back to the city to get more of the drug, because it's very addictive.
Okay, so it's very addictive. It
Literally destroys you.
boils your insides,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
But also, in exchange, permanent mind control.
Yeah, because the people she commanded are still empty with no free will.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So,
Powerful.
so the merchants want to get this inventor to keep the drug out of the market because they're afraid it will crash the economy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
An engineer turning lead to gold will crash the economy?
Well, yeah.
I never would have guessed.
So Kaz agrees to the deal because of the $30 million.
That's
And also,
chump
I think-
change, honestly. She should demand more for, saving the economy. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just
Well,
me.
Kaz, I think he also wants to, he likes to do impossible things.
Okay.
All right, yeah, but he unironically, he should say, all right, this is actually a subscription service now. I will be
Like the
taking
best
money from you
capitalists.
for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so he meets back up with Inej at the base. Kaz comes in later than expected. Yeah, the whole kidnapping thing.
Yeah.
So in this book, this chapter would be narrated by Inej. They do flip between narrators. I won't necessarily tell you who's narrating each chapter, but it'll kind of be clear based on who I'm talking about. So, that's how this will work. So Inej is like, Kaz is late. Kaz is kidnapped. Well, anyway.
Yeah,
So,
just a little bit.
Yeah, Inej and Kaz, again, they're the best thieves in the city at 17. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So Kaz invites Inej to the job. He's like, $4 million for each of them. That's his plan. And then his gang gets a cut too. So
I was about to say, where does the rest of the 22 million go?
well, there's gonna be 6 of them. So his gang leader gets 20% cut, which would be 1.5. That's not 20%. Oh my god.
It's
6 million. There you go.
Yeah.
I did it.
there you go.
I did it. The gang leader would get a 20% cut, which is 6 million, and then he's bringing 6 people total, so they would each get 4 million, and that's in total 30 million.
This is...
Yeah. So
He keeps losing money. It's ridiculous. But okay.
who does?
He keeps, I don't know, but then you have to pay, 20% to so-and-so, and then
Well, he
You
still
gotta
gets
pay,
4 million.
the real estate fee, and then you gotta pay your brokers, and it's just ridiculous. This man is saving the world, and he's getting $4 million for it. I don't like that. Whatever.
Don't forget your dues. Gotta pay your dues too.
Well, he can't do it on his own. He needs a team.
Is he
He's
getting
gotta pay a
taxed? Is he paying taxes on this?
team. There are merchants, probably.
Oh my god, it's too much. Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, Kaz invites Inej to the job because she's, really cool. Anyway, Kaz has trauma. He has a dead older brother. Of course he has trauma. They all have trauma.
I mean, I would be surprised if any of these people had any living family members.
Yeah. We know one of them at least does, but that comes with an asterisk. So.
Who and?
We'll get there. We haven't met them yet.
Okay.
Okay. I just told you there's 6 members of this gang, and we've only met 2 of them. So.
I guess. Yeah.
So bugged.
Okay. So Kaz is out and about collecting his crew. First, a heartrender. Her name is Nina. She specializes in joy, calmness, and confidence by slowing the heartbeat, easing breathing, relaxing muscles, and she's a makeup Grisha as well.
I want to see her on drugs.
Girlie's got...
Yeah, so she was trained as a heartrender when she was in the Ravkan army, but now she, uses her powers over the body to, make you feel good.
She has 2 power sets, too?
So the tailors are a subset of the healers and the heartrenders.
Oh,
because
okay.
they also modify the body.
Okay.
Yeah. So back in the first series, we saw that the tailors weren't, treated very well because they're basically, weak body manipulators. Yeah. Anyway.
Lame.
Yeah, so Nina was raised in the palace. So in the little palace, right, where, Alina was. But, yeah, then she fled Ravka during the Civil War because,
Civil War.
Yeah. Well, when, the king died and the Darkling was taking over and...
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that whole deal.
Yeah, that books 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kaz tells her about the drug and the inventor rescue mission, and Nina is thinking they should kill him, not save him, because this drug is terrible for Grisha. It kills them. Well, anyway, Nina and Kaz are going to go break someone else out of prison. This person's name is Matthias. Nina has wanted him out for a year, but Kaz hasn't helped yet until it is going to benefit him, which is now, I suppose. So they're going to this prison, and Nej meets them there. They attend this prison's fight club, which is where prisoners fight wild animals. Great for entertainment.
Laura, you've broken rule 1 of Fight Club.
I'm sorry. I have to tell you about this book.
Don't talk about Fight Club.
Well, we see Matthias go up against 3 wolves, and he kills him, but seems kind of sad about it, and Nina can tell this, because apparently in his culture, wolves are sacred. Well, so anyway, so he's won his fight, he's back in his cell, and Kaz, Nina, and Inej sneak off, and Nina replicates Matthias' injuries on a guard that Kaz is paying, and then, with all the makeup magic, he will pretend to be ill from, a wolf-borne illness, and then the guard will, no one will even know he's gone. So, Nina is healing Matthias. He's unconscious right now from a sleeping draft. But then he wakes up, he's kind of groggy, and then he attacks her. Woohoo! So, Matthias...
I need you to back up for a second.
Yeah, what's up?
What is a wolf-borne illness?
Something in this universe that we don't necessarily have here.
Do they explain what that is at all, though?
It's just a virus that sometimes you can get from a wolf, and he just fought wolves, so it makes sense.
Oh, okay. That kind of wolf-borne illness.
Yeah.
That's also
from, a rat or something, I guess.
Well, he wasn't
true.
fighting rats; he was fighting wolves.
But I'm pretty sure that also exists in real life.
Yeah, it's called the Black Plague.
No, it's called rabies. I guess
either way, very deadly.
You can get that from more than just wolves. But, whatever.
Well, anyway, Matthias is attacked. Yeah, they're gonna pretend he has rabies.
Frothing at the mouth.
Yeah. So, okay, Matthias has dreamed of Nina. Of killing her. Yikes. Apparently Matthias has beef with Nina. So, Kaz drags Matthias off of Nina, gets him chilled out. Matthias also clearly has, mixed feelings about Nina. Mixed feelings between the warm fuzzies and calling her a witch for her betrayal.
Jeez.
He was also part of the culture who were, the witch hunters. The Grisha hunters.
So he's got, some internalized homophobia or whatever. Witch phobia.
Yeah, internalized Grishaphobia.
Yeah.
But, clearly they have history. It's confusing.
So they know each other already.
They know each other. That's why Nina's been wanting to get him out of prison for a while now.
Okay.
So.
But he's been dreaming about killing her.
That's right.
Okay. Now remind me who Nina is.
Nina's the Heartrender.
She's the one that does the calming and the love.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, they all work for the gang. Well,
Sorry,
I guess Matthias doesn't work for the gang, but Nina works for the gang.
Sorry, we're getting a lot of characters introduced at once.
I know, don't worry. There's only 6 of them. But we've also only met 4 of them now. There's 2 more to go.
Yeah.
So, Matthias is like,
right.
Is escaping even a good plan? But oh well, let's go. So, for the escape plan, Kaz has let all of the animals loose that, the prisoners have to fight. So, that's causing mayhem. So they get out to a boat because this is an island. And Matthias tries to escape, but Inej easily overpowers him. They kind of expected this.
Yeah.
And then Nina sends him to sleep. And back at the base, Kaz has freed Matthias. We find out, from the prison, he's freed him because he knows the court where the inventor is kept prisoner, right? Because he was a former witch hunter, which was from the ice court.
Oh.
So Matthias is like, I don't want to betray my country.
Well, that's too damn bad.
Right? Well, and he's like, well, he's probably standing trial for working with Grisha, and his country hates Grisha, so he's probably already dead. And Kaz is like, I have it on good authority, he's alive. And I was like, well, Matthias is like, I won't go.
See, I wouldn't put it past the Grisha hating people to be using the Grisha enhancing drug.
Tom, stop spoiling the book.
In some way, shape, or form. They're definitely they're definitely using Grisha despite the fact that they hate Grisha supposedly.
Well, let's get to there in 30 minutes. For now.
Is it spoiling the book if we've just got some reading comprehension, we can anticipate the next step?
Is it really spoiling if I can just
Well, we still have to get there.
think for a few seconds?
So Matthias is saying, I won't go. But I will give you the court plans if you let me kill Nina.
What? Okay.
Wow.
He really hates her.
Yeah, clearly.
So Kaz offers him a pardon that would let Matthias go home.
Oh.
So he was in prison, apparently because of Nina, and Nina would have to serve a tiny bit of time in prison, but he would get a pardon and he would be able to go home. So now he's conflicted. But he decides to come along in exchange for the pardon because he can ensure that the inventor dies. He doesn't want his secrets going back to Ravka. So he's justifying it to himself to make him feel like less of a traitor.
I'm sure that the Grisha killing court is doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Justifying that we hate the Grisha, but we're going to use them to kill the Grisha. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and also this drug kills them, so don't even...
It's even better.
Yeah.
We're
Alright, so
getting
the
our
other crew members...
desired effect.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so the other crew members, we have Jesper.
This is, I'm sorry, I know you want to continue, but this is just like what the CIA did to the inner city.
Listen. It's true.
Yeah.
Very poignant, Tom. Thank you.
We're gonna try
Thank
to be
you.
in Fantasyland for a little bit, Tom.
Okay.
I think there should be
I'm
a
sorry for
10-minute
bringing it
a
down.
10-minute intermission of this podcast where Tom just draws parallels between this and the
We're-
CIA.
We're
Yeah.
30 minutes into this recording. We haven't even left for the country yet.
Oh, shit.
Listen, I haven't even started talking about, I just listened to a whole...
Scientology?
No, it's not Scientology, but that one's pretty stupid.
Henry Kissinger.
No, it was the CIA experiments that they did
MK
on
Ultra.
people. Yes, MK Ultra. Thank you. Oh my god.
I think my uncle was an MK Ultra low key, but that can
Oh
be
my
for another
God.
podcast.
Okay.
That's a whole. That's probably true. He was probably given the initial version of LSD
Yeah.
that was way crazier than it is now.
Dang. Okay, I'm gonna rope y'all back in.
Sorry.
Come back to my corner.
Sorry.
Our last 2 crew members are Jesper, he's a sharpshooter, and Wylan, who's demolitions guy.
Wow.
They don't get fun introductions. That's just who they are.
This is a good
Fun
heist
fact:
crew.
Wylan is also Van Eck's son, the merchant.
Oh.
So Wylan is kind of annoyed that Kaz knew, and Kaz is like, "Well, you're passable at demo. You're excellent at hostage."
Oh.
Hmm.
So apparently Wylan has ran away and joined the streets, and Kaz has been protecting him from being beat up and stuff.
Mm.
And Wylan has also been to the ice court, so he can help with plans and ensure that Matthias is being honest, just as a
Smart.
ambassador or whatever visiting.
Okay.
All right, so they're scheming. There's super tight security, but there's going to be a big party in 2 weeks for this spring equinox. So that's our deadline. We also think it's going to be too hard to sneak in, and only Nina and Matthias can speak the language, so it's not going to be good. So they decide that they'll be caught and brought into the prison because they won't need, like, proper papers to identify themselves to get into the prison because they'll just be arrested. And then they'll escape the prison and be on their way, blending into the party.
Yeah, that's so much easier than just not getting caught at all.
Yeah, escaping from the prison. Well,
yeah.
So they split up for the night to go get supplies and stuff. They're leaving tomorrow night. Kaz allows Matthias to be alone with him so that Matthias predictably attacks him, looking for the pardon. But Kaz knocks him up and says that was his one free pass, don't try anything again.
He knocks him up.
Stop! He like...
He beats him up.
Beats him up, knocks him down.
There you go. Knocks him up is Mpreg.
What twist?
This is becoming your fan fiction, Laura.
Listen, okay. Alright, we're back to Inej. She's wandering around gathering supplies. She's kind of mad at Kaz for keeping secrets. She runs into her old brothel mistress. Crap, panics, leaves, whatever. Okay. So, Inej is reviewing the name of her daggers. She has 6 of them that she has named for saints to protect her, including Saint Alina. Just fun little snippet.
Yeah.
Right? Sancta Alina. Anyway, so she heads to the docks where Kaz has got a ship and a crew. And the boat explodes.
That demo expert not doing his job right.
Well,
yeah, what
Kaz
the hell? Too good at his job.
Right. Well, actually, Kaz tells Jesper and Wyland to go get to the real boat. This was a decoy boat.
Did they blow it up on purpose or not?
Well, they blew up. So they're being attacked.
Yeah.
So they attacked the boat on purpose, but Kaz had a decoy boat just in case their plans leaked.
Damn.
Okay.
Which they did. So.
How'd their plans leak? Who's the mole?
I'll tell you later. So, Matthias he had his hands bound with Nina, but she unties him so they can defend themselves. Oh, and Matthias doesn't immediately try to kill her, so that's nice.
That's shocking, actually.
Yeah.
Growth.
Jesper is annoyed about Kaz's secrets, but he heads off, makes it to the new boat. Wyland sets off a flashbang. Bing, bing, boom. We're good. Inej, meanwhile, is fighting a bunch of members from multiple rival gangs to buy time for the rest to escape. She has kneecap blades.
What?
She's so cool. She has, like, little daggers in her kneecaps.
That is got to be one of the most inefficient.
Not like Wolverine, but, like, she, like, wears kneecaps that have little blades. Well, they're, like, her backup thing. I think in this situation, she was, like, on her back, and there's a guy on top of her, and she could, like, bring her knee up and...
And just stab him?
Yeah, you know.
Okay, honestly.
Okay.
Good going out here, you know.
You have found the one use case for this item.
Hey, you know, if it's gonna have any use case, may as well have it.
How often is this happening that you need to design these?
I mean, she's a wraith. She's a killer, you know? She's gotta be protected.
Even ask her about her elbow blades. You know.
Girly just needs to start dressing up as Shredder from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, all these gang members, they start targeting her, and she is stabbed. And she's managed to, like, climb up, like, some shipping cart to, like, get away from them. But they're, like, taunting her from below because they want her alive for all the fun torture. So she's prepared to kill herself instead of be tortured.
Reasonable reaction.
But then Kaz comes and helps her and carries her off to the boat because now she's unconscious from being stabbed.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're sailing away now on the boat of backstories. What's up with that face, Tom?
So does that just mean they start spouting out their backstories on this boat?
Oh, not to each other, just to us, the reader.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, Kaz's limp is from a past broken leg. Great. Meanwhile, Kaz has brought Inej to Nina. You know, she's actively bleeding out. And Nina is worried because she's a heartrender. She doesn't have a lot of the healer training, but, you know, she's going to give it her best bet. Meanwhile, we have kidnapped one of the other gang members. So he's being brutish and, like, not telling them stuff. And then Kaz literally gouges out his eye. And he starts talking because he has gouged out his eye.
Jesus.
And he tells Kaz that they were hired by some big boss in town.
Oh.
And Kaz has history with this big boss. It has to do with his brother.
His brother?
Yeah, his dead brother.
Oh, okay. His brother. So his family is dead. I was right the first time.
Yeah, I told you he has a dead brother. That's his trauma.
Okay, gotcha.
So Kaz then tips him overboard.
Didn't take the other eye first, like.
No, just tipped him overboard and killed him. So Wyland protests, but Jesper is like, "Hey, don't mess with a man covered in blood holding a knife."
Yeah.
He's like kind of crazed. I think he's secretly in love with Inej. Speaking of, Nina's healing her. and she stopped the internal bleeding and closed the wound, but she still lost a lot of blood and is weak. And while some healers might be able to replenish blood, Nina isn't that skilled. So she just has to, like, keep her warm and, you know, whatever.
Drink lots of fluids.
Yeah. So, speaking of, their gang tattoo is a crow in a cup. Hey, this book is called Six of Crows. Ha ha ha.
What's the six?
A crow in a cup.
Well, there's 6 of them, and their gang sign is a crow.
I thought I was rooting for the other guy, the guy that lost an eye. I wanted him to join the gang.
No, he died, sorry. I didn't even tell you his name.
It's all good.
He did have one. I don't remember it.
Damn.
He's the guy who got his eye ripped out.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, Nina is lamenting the civil war in Ravka that sent her into hiding and cut her schooling short. She's like, man, maybe I would have learned more healing. And we learned about her history with Matthias. So, she first met him, went on a mission recruiting more Grisha for Ravka, and she ran into a group of the witch hunters. Remember, Matthias was a witch hunter and got kidnapped. And on a ship that, you know, she was heading back to, you know, be kidnapped and whatever. And they were wrecked in a storm. The ship was wrecked, and she and Matthias survived. And they got close then, because they, like, saved each other. Unfortunately, Nina did get him arrested by accusing him of being a slaver. But then regretted it, I guess. Because now she's been trying to get him out of prison.
Yeah, I hope she...
Why?
Yeah, so...
Why did she do that?
We'll talk about it later. So, presently...
Okay.
Nina and Matthias managed to have a conversation without trying to kill each other. Second time, that's nice.
Growth.
Yeah, so Inej wakes up after 3 days. Nina's very relieved. She's like, oh man, it's just so much easier to kill people than take care of them.
So true.
I've always said that.
So, over to Inej. When she was 14, she was captured by a slaver and sold to the brothel that Kaz had saved her from. So she was sold to this brothel as a 14-year-old.
Jesus Christ.
But I thought you said she was only working there for a year.
Yeah, so she's been working for Kaz for 2 years, and now she's 17.
Oh. So she was working from 14 to 15.
Yeah.
Who wrote this book? Are they a creep?
I don't know. They also wrote the Darkling books.
Yikes.
They had a big age gap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway. So, Jesper and Wylan are becoming buddies. Jesper's trauma is that he is gambling away his dad's money that he sent for school. Not much of trauma. He's
even
just a
trauma. Yeah, that just sounds like he's...
Yeah.
That's an addiction right there.
Yeah. So, his dad's sending him money for school. Instead, he's gambling it away. Zoinks.
Has he at least made money back? Like...
No, he's in debt everywhere, which is why he's like, man, I could really use that $4 million.
He's just gonna gamble it.
Well, he'll get out of debt first, and then he'll get new debt.
No, probably
Will he,
won't.
though?
I'm sensing like an Uncut Gems vibe, you know? He'll be like, I'll invest it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna put it all on black in hopes of doubling it and then lose it all.
Mm-hmm. Tom knows.
Either that or he'll go on a hot streak and then just tank it.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
So, Wylan is, we already know he's the merchant's son, but now he's a street boy. And he has kind of like a curious academic vibe. So, alright, Inej is up and walking a little a few days later, and she's chatting with Jasper. And Kaz didn't come to her sickbed at all. But it's probably a him problem, considering how crazed he was at first. It's like, dude, just go talk to her.
He's like, I'm sorry, I get too horny looking at you.
Yeah. And they're talking about Wylan, and even Inej, who's like the spy, doesn't know everything about why Wylan left home. But apparently Daddy Van Eck wants him back, like he sends him letters often. So, So Kaz finally talks to Inej 2 days later about the plan, because of course he couldn't think of anything else to talk to her about.
God.
Not hey, how you doing? You feeling okay?
How's the internal bleeding?
How's the stab wound? So Kaz finally talks to Inej, and he confides in her about the boss who killed his brother. And then he's annoyed when she's sympathetic, and he leaves.
He's annoyed when she's sympathetic towards what happened.
Listen, Kaz is really emotionally stunted.
God, physically
Typical
and emotionally.
man.
Yeah.
Damn. So, now it's time for Kaz's backstory. So he came to town with his older brother when he was 9 years old, after their dad died. And they had, like, sold the farm and come to town. So the bro was gonna go get a job for a merchant. So that worked. But then this merchant got them into trading and eventually scammed them for all their money. So that's rough.
That is rough.
But we'll get back to that later, because we've arrived at this country. So Nina changes Matthias's hair and eye color. They can almost banter now, so their relationship's improving a bit. Alright, so we have Kaz, Inej, Nina, Matthias, Wylan, and Jasper. They go ashore, only with what they can bear to be parted with in prison, so not with any of, like, their good weapons or stuff.
Okay.
And then the boat that they were on is going to go, like, wait for them in the harbor.
Right.
For when they escape.
Makes
And
sense.
have the inventor and everything. Alright, so they're hiking into the city. They review the plan to get caught, escape, get uniforms, be in the party. Because, like, all the papers are checked going into the party, not out of the party. They're going to grab the inventor, walk out with him. Nina can tailor him. They have a backup plan to blow up a bridge if there's trouble, because there's a moat, so they can, blow up a bridge and then no one can follow them. So that's all nice.
I feel like this plan is probably riddled with holes, but I don't have enough details about what's going on to really poke them.
That's okay. I'll tell you the holes later.
Gotcha.
So, they come across a burnt pyre with 3 Grisha bodies. That's sad.
Wow. What a party.
And Matthias
party.
is...
How
Yeah.
do you know?
Well, we assume that the people they're burning alive are Grisha.
Alive?
I mean, yeah, you're assuming, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Jeez.
It's only fun if you can hear them scream the whole
Oh my
time. Like, come on.
Matthias is saying, it's illegal to burn them alive. We outlawed them. We give them a fair trial and then kill them.
No, they don't. Let's
And
be
then
so
Nina
for real.
claps back. She's like, is any Grisha ever found innocent? Our crime is literally existing.
Damn. It's giving
So, no,
witch
they're not.
trials.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So Nina and Matthias are arguing because after the shipwreck, so this is about their past, they had traveled for 3 weeks and, like, taken care of each other, and then they had found a town, and Matthias didn't turn her in. He easily could have, because he wanted her to be safe. But then Nina found a ship that could take her away, and she pled for passage because she was kidnapped by Matthias, and they arrested Matthias. So, yeah.
What?
Anyway, they're under attack now. There's a drugged-up windbender, and they can fly.
Oh my
That's cool. I feel like windbenders should be able to fly to begin with.
And no, they
yeah,
can't.
that's fair.
Even
should
in
be.
Avatar, they can't fly, except for the one guy.
Yeah, because everyone else is lame.
Yeah,
They
so
can,
same
like,
logic
jump
here.
really high, you know?
Well, I mean, in Avatar, they can, like, use, like, their little fans or whatever to fly, but, like, there's only the one guy who can fly unaided.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Well, anyway, Jasper shoots the guy down. And Nina knows him, but he was, like, an engineer, so he really shouldn't have the windbender powers.
Oh.
Okay,
It's like,
Nina, you need to stop because you have multiple power sets too.
no, her Taylor power is part of the, like, body power set.
She just healed.
Well, yeah, but those are all, like, a family of powers, whereas, like, the body powers,
Uh-huh.
whereas, like, the element powers are different.
Yeah, I see her
Where is-
concern. I kind of agree.
Well, anyway, so this guy is really, like, weak. The drug has weakened him, so he dies.
Great.
He also got shot,
Yeah.
so, you know. And so anyway, he was from another group that was probably also trying to get to the inventor, so, like, it's not unreasonable that this merchant would have sent, like, multiple groups to try to go get this inventor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
So Nina and Matthias stay behind to bury him, while the others move on. They'll catch up.
That is way more respect than I would expect from this group.
Yeah, holy
Well,
shit, to
Nina
bury
is a
him?
Grisha. Nina is a Grisha and she knew him, so she wants to bury him.
Oh, she knew him. Okay.
So Nina tells Matthias that she turned him in as a slaver because there were Grisha spies in that town who recognized her and would have captured Matthias and probably killed him for being a witch hunter. So that's why she turned him in as a slaver to, like, save him in a kind of hecked up way.
Okay.
So they're, like, maybe reconciling, but ultimately they agree that the inventor has to die. He won't leave alive.
How old are these two people?
They're probably also 17.
Okay. I was gonna say if they were any older, the hate sex on that island together would have been crazy.
Hey, if they're both 17, I think it's fine.
I guess.
But we're just not allowed to think about it.
Why is the inventor the only one that can make this drug? Like, has nobody else?
Because, like, he invented it and he, like, made a stash that everyone's been using.
No one else has cracked the code.
And no one else has figured out how to make it yet, yeah.
He probably just really purifies some methamphetamine.
Yeah, the Walter
Well,
White of.
They actually
Grishaverse.
say it's, like, related to, like, a stimulant drug like caffeine, but it's, like, caffeine XP. Like, caffeine.
So
it's
is meth.
caffeine.
Yeah,
Yeah, is meth just OP caffeine?
In a way.
kind of.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so we're like at this place now. We're at this ice court. So getting in, there's a prison cart. They're gonna count the prisoners coming in, as in like the guards will count the prisoners. So they're gonna have to like take some of the prisoners' places. So Nina tailors all their gang tattoos away, so that's nice. And they fell a tree into the prison wagon's path to make the guards deal with that. And then we find that the prisoners are all crammed in there, standing, like in a Holocaust train. There's a lot of them. So, but they free 6 of them, and then leave them unconscious in a ditch, which is fine because they're free. So hopefully they'll, escape. Listen, Nina can knock you unconscious really easily, and you'll be fine when you wake up.
Unless literally anyone finds you wearing prison clothes.
Well, they're in a ditch, so maybe no one will see them. And now they're free, so that's nice.
Okay.
So anyway, Kaz seems to be...
Don't protest.
Do not resist.
Yeah, do not
Kaz
resist.
is like kind of shaken by something, but he gets them all into this prison cart and chained, but then he faints. So that's rough. So it turns out Kaz's brother actually died from like a disease / a plague outbreak. And they were both brought onto a boat of corpses because they were just like out in the streets. And Kaz wasn't dead, but I guess he looked dead enough. And so he woke up and he swam back to shore using his brother's corpse as a buoy.
No.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Ew, that's
Yeah.
his brother with the
Yeah,
plague?
Well, I mean, he also had it. He just didn't die of it.
That is so messed up.
It's very sad.
Nasty.
But that's how he survives and gets back to shore.
I guess survival at any cost, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's really sad. But Kaz has woken up now. Inej has woken him up. And he's uneasy depending on people, even Inej. So, at the prison gates, we see bodies of the other rival team strung up on the walls. So, they weren't very successful.
Oh.
Clearly.
But we're through. And we're even able to hide that Nina is Grisha. They have like a tester, but apparently the tester puts her hands on your arm, and if you cover your arm in paraffin wax, they can't tell.
Huh.
Yeah.
So where is Grisha-ness stored in the body? Is it like one of those moments where magic is stored in the balls or the ovaries? Like,
I mean, I guess if you touch them anywhere on the skin, you can tell.
okay, so it's stored in the cells?
Yeah, it's like everywhere in you.
Oh.
Yeah.
But paraffin wax.
Paraffin wax, yeah, it blocks it.
What's up,
When
Kat?
has magic been stored in the balls?
Yeah, Tom.
Give me
It's a
an
good
example.
question.
Real life?
Okay, real. Okay, anyways.
I mean,
Sorry.
I've read a series where they have like a magic organ.
Mm.
They just have like an extra organ that's where the magic is stored.
Wow,
Aw.
let's cut that out.
Yeah, actually, they do that in that series.
Makes sense.
Anyway.
to be magical anymore.
Okay.
Rip it out.
The boys and girls are separated and put into cells. So, Jasper and Wylan are flirting. Then the bell signal sounds, because we are waiting around for this signal, based on our plan. So, Nina and Jasper have embedded little pellets in their skin, like surgically under their skin. And they can open up their wounds, and they drop these pellets in a pee bucket, and it makes chlorine gas.
Oh.
So it's bleach.
Yeah. It's like powdered chlorine, I guess.
Because
Then they dump it in the pee bucket, which has ammonia in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it knocks all the other prisoners out. Doesn't knock them out because they breathe through their collars, I guess.
It's so not.
That's what happens.
That is not going to save you.
So it turns out Jasper is a baby Grisha engineer. He's a magic engineer, Jasper is. I only call him baby, though, because he doesn't have a lot of training. So he's just, like, inexperienced.
Yeah.
He's like, I can do the things, but I don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah. And he has enough power, though, to pull the iron from the bars to make lockpicks for Kaz.
I feel like if you're pulling iron from the bars, they become brittle enough that you can just break them.
I mean, that
Yeah, I
might have
agree.
worked, but it probably would have made, like, more noise.
I guess.
And also maybe been harder, and also they can lock the door back behind them so the other prisoners can't get out and make a ruckus.
I guess.
Maybe they won't even notice they're gone.
They will.
Well, As we'll find out. So they're all out, and Nej finds her clothes, including her magic grippy climbing shoes. She has magic grippy climbing shoes that an engineer made for her.
How nice.
And she's gonna climb up a chimney to get them out. So, meanwhile, Kaz and Nina are looking through the prison for the inventor, just in case he's at this prison and not the extra secure prison we think he's at. But just in case.
Yeah.
And it's clear a lot of the architecture is Grisha made. The hypocrites.
I'm so surprised.
But it's also clear that
Whoa.
these are cells, though, like high security cells for Grisha. So, like, there's no drains where water could go past. There's, like, no metal material, you know.
So this was designed by Grisha for Grisha.
Yeah, I mean, they probably weren't, willingly designing it. They were probably being forced into it, but...
I don't know, if they're going through the effort of actually saying, like, yeah, this can't have any grates, because then water Grisha can, that feels like they're in cahoots.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so the alarm bells are chiming, and Nina's like, oh my god, where's Kaz? Because she ran into some guards, and she had to knock them out, because she was looking for Kaz, because they had split up to, like, search the cells, but he wasn't coming back. So, meanwhile, Inej is climbing the chimney, and it's really hot from a recent fire, and it turns out she was raised in an acrobat family. So that's why she's good at climbing buildings and chimneys.
I hate to say this, if it's still hot from a recent fire, she'd be dead.
Well, it's not that hot, I suppose.
Her skin would literally be getting burnt to the inside of the chimney.
It's not that hot. It's somewhere between room temperature and that hot.
Okay.
Yeah,
That is
the
a
large
very
temperature
big
range.
It gets very hot in chimneys. A lot of chimney sweeps died.
Okay. Well, she's managing not to die so far. Meanwhile, we go back to Kaz. He is searching the cells. He is secretly searching for the boss he hates, because if his team was caught, maybe he's also here in the prison. So it turns out he was the guy who scammed him and his brother. That's why he hates him. He was pretending to be a merchant, scammed him and his brother, got all their money, and then he and his brother caught the plague and his brother died.
Oh.
Lo and behold, Kaz actually finds him and goes in for revenge.
Poke his eye out.
Well, we're going back to Inej. She has reached the top and lets a rope fall for the others. Everyone is up, but Kaz is late. Come on, dude. He finally arrives. He's covered in blood and looking wild.
I wonder what he did.
Okay, so everyone's on the roof. Alarms are still going. Inej's shoes have melted to her feet from the climb. That's how hot it was.
Okay. If it's melting rubber, it's burning skin.
Yeah.
Well, she's fine. Nina and Jesper help her get it off. She's fine now. Anyway, everyone's mad at Kaz, a familiar theme, for breaking the plan. And he admits he went looking for the boss, but he says he didn't find him. Ooh.
Kaz,
What's up with all your secrets, dude?
You are covered in blood.
Yeah.
And looking crazed.
He's
what
like-
do you mean?
He's like, I killed a guard. What?
Yeah, buddy?
Well, because of the alarms, thanks Kaz, extra checkpoints are set up. So, like, they can't do their original plan. But we think Nina and Inej can get in through the brothel. They can pretend to be brothel ladies.
Oh boy, I can't wait for the re-traumatizing.
Yeah.
So, Kaz's new plan. There are secret tunnels for Matthias and Kaz to go through.
Secret tunnel.
Exactly. Wylan and Jasper can trigger the big alarm, like the black alarm, to lock everything down and disrupt the soldier movements.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that's it. That's the plan.
Okay.
So, Nina and Inej go get into costumes. And then Nina gets through, but Inej is held back for further inspection. Because, I don't know, they thought she was sussy.
Because she is.
Yeah, she is. Matthias and Kaz go through the secret witch hunter tunnel. That's how Matthias knows about it. It's for the witch hunters. They knock out 2 guards. Kaz lets Matthias arm himself first to, like, make sure he's on their side. He doesn't attack, so that's good. And then Jesper and Wylan, they're heading to the gate. And Jesper is mad at Kaz for endangering them all. Everyone's mad at Kaz always. But, Jasper's, he's an adrenaline junkie, so he doesn't care that much. He's like, oh, I get to fight people now, nice.
All right.
So Wylan distracts the guards with a drunk song, and then Jasper jumps them. We have to cut through some steel chains to make sure no one can get through when the alarm sounds. We're at this gate now, so they get to it. Meanwhile, Nina is going in alone to the party. She sees that Kaz and Matthias have also made it in. They are in like witch hunter uniform disguise. And apparently the boss of the witch hunters that Nina thought died in that shipwreck didn't, and he's here.
Whoa.
Yikes. Uh-oh. Hope he doesn't recognize me.
Yeah.
Anyway, for Jesper and Wylan, it's been nearly an hour and they haven't made a lot of progress. It's hard steel. By the way, they're still mad flirting. Too bad they're probably about to die.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, they begin to raise the gate to set off the alarm because the alarm goes off if the gate is raised unauthorized, and then their plan is to like shoot at the mechanism so that it'll break, and that works. So that's nice. Meanwhile, Inej is waiting for another guard check, but time is tight, so she tries to like force it through. And apparently her old brothel is like the only one in 3 countries, so her old boss / slaver is here and rats her out, of course.
No.
Like, are you telling me there's not a single brothel in this entire country?
So this just so happens to be the same brothel that she was at?
Yeah. It's like, what do you mean? There's only 1 brothel in 3 countries.
Yeah, what the hell?
Well, anyway. The alarm from Jesper and Wyler goes off.
Wait, so how did Kaz save her from this in that case?
Well, he bought her.
How did he even meet her? She was in a separate country from where he was.
Yeah.
No, sorry, they're in the same country. Like, the brothel is in, like, the same place, in the same town where Kaz is. But I'm just saying, like, there are, like, I think there are 3 countries described in this universe.
No. I thought that right now this prison break thing is happening in the witch hunting country.
It is.
Yeah.
Is that the same country that Kaz is from?
No.
But
So then, what is happening?
They brought in this brothel from another country.
what the hell? They're the traveling circus brothel?
Yeah. That's what happened.
Oh my God.
Doesn't make a ton of sense.
What?
This makes no sense.
I mean, slay, I guess that, like, women in, like, sex work is that rare that there's one in the entire Grisha universe, but, like...
There's
what the
one
hell?
brothel in the universe.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's rough.
Oh, my brain is shutting down from lacking of logic.
It'll probably make the story more enjoyable if you shut your brain down.
Yeah,
You're
that's how
probably
YA
right.
works.
You're probably right.
Meanwhile, over at Nina, she's mad flirting with the general boss. Makes him think he's all sexy for hunting the fierce, mysterious Grisha. So he's like, hey, you want to see one? And she's like, oh, teehee. And Nina's hoping she can use him to find the inventor.
Okay.
So
Slay
he
Nina.
brings Nina... Yeah. So he brings Nina to the treasury, which was apparently converted to a lab. And yep, there are addicted, sad Grisha there. So they've been using the drug and everything. And Nina's then planning to, like, kind of get him into a quiet corner. Nope, he tricks her into a cell. He did recognize her.
Whoa.
And then he threatens to dose her with the drug. But he says, this isn't my revenge to give. It's Matthias's. Who's here?
Whoa.
No.
I'm so surprised.
Well, the alarm is going off from Jesper and Wylan. And the general is telling Matthias, don't worry, you are very strong not to be wooed by Nina. She's a seductress.
Oh.
I am so glad you survived the shipwreck. And the general and his court has the inventor working for them, so confirm that.
Makes sense.
And also these cells are here because turns out after they trial the Grisha, they aren't killed, they're brought here for dubious reasons.
Wait, so who's getting burnt alive?
So that was like unauthorized.
But at the
Remember
party.
when Matthias said burning them alive is illegal?
Yeah.
So that was probably like just some local Grisha, or maybe even not Grisha, but people who,
Suspected Grisha.
suspected Grisha that like they were lynched.
The
Right.
people went and did that
Yeah,
as a mob.
They were lynched by a mob.
Power
Right.
to the
Whereas
people.
like the government, they put the Grisha on trial and then probably more humanely kill them, except they don't actually kill them. They have a secret lab for them.
Great.
Then I guess they can get them to kill other Grisha, especially with the addictive drug, because if you're addicted to it, you'll do anything you're told to get more of the drug.
Yeah.
I feel like these people are missing the fact that they could just kill their captors.
But they need this drug, Tom.
Okay, kill your captors, leave the inventor alive.
Yeah, well, I mean, it only takes 1 dose, maybe 2, to get addicted, so...
Yeah, so kill the
It's rough.
captor, keep the inventor alive. What are we? What is happening here?
I mean, they still keep them in cells and stuff. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but all right. If you're doing, listen, if you're giving this drug to a healing Grisha, for example.
Well, yeah, the one who can control your mind.
Yeah, like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, maybe these Grisha are just like broken down and too traumatized to exist.
I feel like there are a lot of people who get traumatized and would just straight up kill their captors and then themselves.
Well, those were not these people, Tom.
All right.
But the general confirms that the inventor is down here, and only he has the key for his cell. Well, that's good. So Matthias knocks him out. Yay! He wasn't a traitor.
Plays both sides, so he always wins.
Yeah.
Literally, yes.
So Nina has convinced him that not all Grisha are bad. Kind of a bad look, dude.
I'm not racist. I have Grisha friends.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, back to Jesper and Wyland. They're not being attacked because there's another group of intruders with 2 drugged up waterbenders attacking.
And they're also trying to get at the inventor?
Yeah, a lot of people trying to get at this inventor.
Okay.
And
he's got a miracle drug.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Well, it's a bad drug, but then they attack Jesper and Wyland too. But so they're about to die. But Jasper uses his metal magic, which kind of sounds like earthbending in this context, because he shoots out any nearby metal fragments and shards into them, which surprises and kills them before they can, like, liquefy.
Great.
So Jasper's kind of sad because he's kind of starting to, like, embrace himself as a Grisha. He's like, maybe it, like, might be nice to be a Grisha and, like, have this community. So
why would that be sad?
Why is he sad?
Well, you said he killed them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were all drugged up, so.
Okay, to be fair, you can embrace the Grisha community and also not let yourself die to other Grisha.
Yeah, you know, murder is supposedly hard on the self.
Yeah.
Unless you're a serial killer. And even then, not all the time, as you've told me.
Yeah.
Sorry, not in a weird way. You listen to a serial killer podcast.
I do. It's so fascinating.
I wasn't even gonna ask.
In the worst way possible, it is so fascinating.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'll tell you about it later.
Good.
Yeah.
Alright, back to Matthias. He lets Nina out of the cell. She is slightly scared, but Matthias vows to protect her forever. I guess he's over the betrayal, and now they're back in love.
He's like, I'm gonna make out with you so hard.
Yeah. Well, they go back to the vault where the inventor is. There's a 15-year-old boy in there.
That's the inventor.
Well, he says the inventor is dead. It was his father.
Ah.
But he kind of helped in the lab, and he could probably recreate it, and he's kind of, like, been trying to stall with these people.
Ah.
So, Nina almost kills him, but then she decides not to, because he's only 15. His name is Kuei.
How the inventor dies? Like his dad?
Maybe he did. I don't quite remember. Maybe, like, just while they were, like, fleeing. While they were kidnapped.
She's like, oh, he's only 15. Girl, you're 17.
Yeah, literally. Well, they decide not to kill him, but they destroy the lab. So it turns out he and his dad are both Grisha. I mean, I guess his dad was a Grisha because he's dead now.
Yeah.
So he's a firebender, and his dad was a magic engineer.
I'm so surprised. I called it so far long ago.
Well, the drug was an accident because they were trying to hide their powers. They were trying to develop something to hide their powers, but instead they invented meth.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know.
Like
you know
all drug discoveries go. Absolutely.
Clearly.
Bro, just wear paraffin wax.
Yeah, it's easy peasy, apparently.
Like...
Well, they blow up the lab, but then they get caught. And Kaz starts to topple the sacred tree, which I think is like a dead tree, which is why it's easy to topple. It's like an ash tree or something.
I was going to ask, there's a sacred tree?
Yeah, these people have a sacred tree. Don't worry about it. They escape. Don't worry about it.
They topple a tree that is sacred on their way out.
Yeah, don't.
For some reason,
don't worry about
it.
They escape.
Okay.
Yeah, so Kaz is like, I didn't tell them to blow up the lab. Kaz, chill.
Hey, Kaz, guess what?
You keep breaking the plan.
Yeah.
So anyway, Kaz has realized. So the reason he like toppled this tree is because he realized there was like a spring underneath the city. So they're like in an underground river now, escaping.
Okay.
But they're not having a great time as the river carries them away. Cass is like almost drowning, and he's thinking of Inej as his last thoughts. Well, anyway, speaking of Inej.
Little late for that, buddy.
Speaking of Inej, she's being dragged back to prison. But she fights them off with Jasper and Wyland's help. They come in. And then Inej stole her former boss's diamond as a screw you. Cass said we needed a diamond, but it didn't have to be her diamond, but Inej said it's going to be her diamond.
It's gonna,
I support that.
So Jasper uses it to make a very hard diamond drill bit.
Just like real life.
Yeah, and then drills a hole in the wall. I guess it was a very hard wall.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. Even metal struggles to get through concrete.
Mm-hmm. I think it might have been like a glass wall or something, but maybe like Grisha made reinforced glass. I don't know. Anyway, they use this diamond bit to drill a hole in the wall that Inej can go through. And then Inej drops into a tank. This country has recently developed tanks.
Just accidentally.
Like a military tank?
Yeah, like military tanks. And they've developed them on purpose, Kat. It's not like the meth drug.
But she okay. She just falls.
No, she like goes and steals a tank.
It's literally the. Oh my god, never mind.
So she goes and steals a tank.
They used to give Germans in World War II meth, and they called it tank chocolate, and they would give them meth for them to march like 3 days in a row, and this is World War II. This is World War II.
Yeah, this is what's happening here.
Wow.
Kat,
okay.
Kat, did you know that that's where the term blitzed comes from?
Yes.
Because on blitzkriegs, they would be, like, so far gone on meth.
Okay, so anyway, Inej is in a tank.
Yeah.
So, she destroys the wall, and then Jesper and Wyland come through. So, anyway, so they've stolen this tank, and they're bodying their way out of the city. And we have Nina, Kaz, Kuwei, and Matthias. They get out of the river. Kaz has half drowned, but Nina helps to revive him. And we meet up with the tank. So, yay, we're all in the tank. We're all together. We have the inventor's kid.
How are they all fitting in there? Tanks are small.
It's a big tank. Some of them are on the outside of the tank.
Okay, that makes more sense.
There's the guy inside, the guy... Yeah, they're small. There's the guy inside driving. There's the guy on top of the gun. There's some of them on the outside.
You ever frat pack a tank?
No. Anyway, so we're all in this tank. But there are other tanks in pursuit of us. So we destroy a bridge that's over a moat after they cross it. So that's nice.
They did the one thing from the plan.
The one thing from the plan. Everything else on the plan went to crap. But so they're heading to the harbor. Listen, in heist novels and heist movies, they only tell you the plan if the plan's going to get screwed up.
This is true.
Otherwise, they don't tell you the plan.
That's not entirely true.
And they're just going to let it unfold. That is, my main experience from heist movies and stuff.
I feel like heist movies sometimes have the plan just, go perfectly, and then towards the end, there's a wrench thrown in it for something that they didn't account for.
That's true. I also do like it when heist movies, they have the voiceover of them explaining the plan while they're doing it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it, too.
Yeah, and usually there's nothing that goes wrong while they're voicing it over.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess in a book you can't, be voicing it over while it happens because it's a book. So.
Yeah. Different mediums.
Anyway, so they're heading to the harbor to their boat. But there's 200 soldiers there in the way.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's bad.
Whoa.
Everyone's ready to die fighting. And they've even brought out a heartrender who's clearly drugged. And Nina's like, nope, I'm not going to die fighting. So she snatches a dose that Kuwei had. He has a dose of the drug on him.
Yeah.
And snorts it. Except I don't think they have to snort it. She just swallows it. But apparently it's very fast.
Yeah.
In the metabolism. So she kills the heartrender first by exploding his eyes.
Oh.
Here's the body horror, Tom.
Oh.
Nina's like, nope. Kills the heartrender. And then she commands all of the soldiers to stop, lay down their arms, and sleep. And they obey. And based on the last we saw of this, probably these guys will never reawaken. So that's nice.
Do you think that means coma or death?
They'll just be in a coma until they die, probably.
All right.
So anyway, so they're going to the ship, and then a bunch of the witch hunters come up, including the commander. So Matthias is shot in the chest, but Nina says, nope, and literally undoes it. Just takes the bullet back out and heals him up. She's that powerful right now. Unfortunately, the witch hunters have some kind of anti-Grisha armor, but Nina has 200 soldiers, at her beck and call.
Yeah.
So she uses some of them to remove the armor by like attacking them.
Yeah.
And then Nina gets at them. And Matthias gets her to show mercy and not murder them all.
No,
that's nice.
This is a case where mercy is not applicable. These people have been torturing people, breaking people down to their basest...
Trying to commit genocide on your people.
To their basest emotions, trying to commit genocide on your people, and are actively exploiting you using extraordinary drugs. This is a situation where mercy is, like, so far gone from the conversation.
Well, she does.
Oh, my God.
And they get to their ship. It had been waiting for them. And they're talking about drug Nina. They're, like, sailing away now. And they're like, oh, my God, what's going to happen to Nina? So her high will last for another hour or two. But, like, after that, she's going to crash. And Kuwei says, like, he has enough of the drug left to keep her comfortable if she, like, keeps taking it, but there's, like, no going back after a second dose, right? Some are addicted after only the first dose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I guess we just gotta wait and see if Nina is destined for insanity.
All right.
That's kind of rough.
Whoa.
I mean, you can kick addiction.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
So.
If these guys are her
Kaz
support group, I don't have faith in it.
Yeah,
right?
you know what, that's fair.
So Kaz sends her off to do something. And then Inej tells Kaz that with her share of the money, she wants to learn how to sail, buy a ship, and go hunt slavers. Inej has good dreams.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
So Kaz asks her to stay. He wants her. And Inej says, how? Do you want me only if you're fully armored? Holding me at a distance? I will have you without armor, or not at all.
Damn.
And he can't do it. So she leaves.
Good for her.
Yeah. He is not able to emotionally open up, so she's like, nope.
She is too good for him.
Yeah, Inej is cool.
I love that she knows her worth.
Right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nina is starting to withdraw. She's shaking, but she's determined not to take any more of the drug. She's like, I will suffer through this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a few days. Nina hasn't died, so that's nice. And then Matthias and Wylan have been caring for Nina. And Nej is learning about ships. We've got a message out to the merchants. Good stuff. Okay. So Kaj, Kuwei, Matthias, Inej, and Jasper go to meet them. So everyone except Nina and Wylan.
Mm-hmm.
They left Wylan on the boat because, like, they don't need him to, like, confront his dad right now. So, they make the trade. The merchants, they have a chest of money. That's a lot of money. We do confirm that the merchant had also sent the other gang team, but,
Whatever.
Then the merchants betray them.
I am so surprised. It happened again.
Yeah, they get betrayed. So there are drugged air and waterbenders attacking. Also, turns out this was never a job from the Merchant Council. It was just Van Eck wanting to get rich by controlling the supply of the drug.
Whoa.
So, he's about to destroy their ship.
Capitalism.
And Kaz is like, Wylan's aboard, your son.
And he's like, I don't care.
Yeah, Van Eck is like, well, I disinherited him. The idiot can't read. I have a new pregnant wife now. Oh.
Damn.
That's a bummer. So Van Eck was, like, sending him letters.
For the next child. Wow. Sorry,
yeah, like, I guess, like, Wylan probably has, like, dyslexia or something.
He couldn't read the letters?
Yeah, it said he, like, couldn't read or write.
Oh.
So even though, like, Wylan is, like, smart, like, he's described as, like, being good with, like, good with art and being able to, like, take things apart and, like, curious about how the world works, but he wasn't able to, like, read or write.
Wow.
So that's why he, like, disinherited him. So when Van Eck was sending him letters, he was, like, it's, like, mocking him because he can't read them. Anyway. Damn. So Kaz has apparently lost a bet with Wylan. Huh. So, Kuwei is actually Wylan in disguise. And Wylan is like, yeah, my dad would totally murder me. And Kaz is like, no, I don't think your dad would murder you. So Kaz has lost a bet. So Nina, under the influence of the drug, was a very good tailor. And this is what Kaz had sent her to do when she was still high before she crashed. Which means Wylan has looked like Kuwei for days, and this may even be like a permanent change because of the influence of the drug, but Wylan is like, whatever. So Kaz says to let them off of the money, and he'll tell Van Eck where the real Kuwei is.
Oh.
And, so the real Kuwei isn't here. So Nina is not here still, but she's off with the real Kuwei. And Wylan is here, pretending to be Kuwei.
All right.
So, So they're about to fight. But then, because Kaz is a big dummy, Van Eck realizes that Inej is his weak spot, and he has, like, her targeted, so she gets kidnapped. There are several dead Grisha throughout this, but they do eventually get Inej. They, like, knock her out and get her. And Van Eck tells Kaz that he has a week to swap Kuwei for Inej. Or, you know, she dies or whatever.
Huh.
And,
Okay.
yeah. So Nina and Kuwei are hiding in that prison they freed Matthias from. So, yeah. They had, like, sent them off the boat before. So they weren't in it when it got destroyed.
Okay.
So that's nice.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So anyway, Jasper is sad about Wyland's new face, because he liked his old face. Also, he's also pissed that he didn't know the plan, but it's because he was the one that, like, accidentally leaked the plan. Jasper was. And that's how their original boat got blown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And, like, he didn't do it on purpose, but he was, like, you know, talking to his debtors and being like, oh, I'm gonna get some money soon. Don't worry. And then they were like, oh, so Jasper's going somewhere. Yeah. So anyway, Kaz is pissed. He's gonna go get his girl back, except she's not his girl.
Yeah, buddy.
She explicitly said no.
Yeah. Alright, so, next chapter. The boss that Kaz hates is narrating. Intriguing. He's not dead. So, he's in his big fancy house, and before him stands Nina, who's looking ill, Matthias, Kuwei, which is maybe Wyland, but it looks like Kuwei, Jasper, and Kaz. So, they're all standing before the big boss that Kaz hates. Apparently, back in prison, Kaz had just let him out.
Okay. Why?
Presumably, Kaz has big and better plans for revenge. And Kaz needs some money, so he sells some shares to him for some money. He also has him send a message to Ravka, because he's going after this merchant to get Inej back, his wraith.
Yeah.
And this big boss, he doesn't think Kaz has a chance against the merchants, and he won't join up with them. But, you know, like, Kaz gets the money, so I guess...
Why is this guy helping them at all?
Because he did free him from prison, so, like, he owes him a favor.
I guess.
And it's, like, not that horrible a favor, because Kaz is, like, selling him some, like, profitable things. But Kaz does steal his watch, his wallet, his tie pin, his necklace, and the gold buckles from his shoes on the way out.
He's sealed.
Somehow he managed to steal all of that.
How'd he get to his shoes?
Great question. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, the wallet, the watch, the tie pin, I can get behind that. But, like, the shoes?
Yeah. The belt buckle?
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess they are in agreement. And after they leave, he's like, even if Van Eck loses to Kaz, I'll have to kill that kid. He's too dangerous. And that's the end of the book.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This book should have...
Kind of a lame ending, but...
I'm gonna be so for real. This book should have ended after they got on the boat, after Nina turned all of those soldiers into her soldiers and almost killed the guys.
Yeah, that probably would have been better.
I feel like we got so
because it does feel like
but this was actually this, and this was actually this, and oh my god, like, I don't know, it was a lot to process.
They're definitely leading into the next book, which is, like, probably the rescue mission to save Inej.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and you know how I feel about cliffhangers.
Yeah, that's why, like, the ending is kind of like, oh, okay, so we're just prepping for that.
Yeah.
But I agree, it probably could have ended once they got on the boat and, like, yes, we succeeded in the mission.
Yeah, and then, like, maybe if you want a hint at the next book, it'll be like they look out onto the horizon at the city that they have to, like, successfully, you know, navigate to get their money.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I don't know. I do like the finality of the merchant betraying them.
I mean, yeah.
Still could have happened next book.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
But otherwise it would be like, why is there a next book? If you, like, don't know.
Because you have to conclude the story.
Yeah, but it would have been like, why not conclude the story in one book?
I don't know, maybe have,
which is a great question for all the authors out there.
Maybe have, like, an epilogue of the merchant being like, oh, they're almost back. All right, set up the trap.
Ooh, that would have been good, yeah.
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 There are so many ways you could do it without there being a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Or, like,
well,
less
there
of a
was,
cliffhanger.
unfortunately.
Like let's be so for real. I am not an author, and I thought of that in like what, a minute? Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that last chapter with the guy narrating, it did kind of function as an epilogue, but it wasn't like named epilogue.
Maybe.
Kind of like how the first chapter was chapter 1, even though it was basically a prologue.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So, heist novel. Did you have fun?
I did.
It was an interesting heist.
It wasn't
Good. I'm glad you had fun, Kat. I don't think Tom did. He got too wrapped up in the plot holes. That's what I tell him about all these YA books. You gotta let the plot holes just wash over you.
I just want some airtight. I want something like well written, Like I feel like part of the reason these things are marketed as YAs because they're like badly written, and so people just assume like, oh, like these stupid teenagers won't be able to think through these plot holes. So like, yeah, sell it to young adults, Like it's a way to justify bad writing.
They often have a lot of tropes, like with the heroes and
like that I don't have beef with, but like.
Yeah, I don't either. But like
the chosen one trope.
Yeah, the chosen one trope is fine. Whatever. Like, you have to write stories about interesting people. You can't just have, like, average Joe Schmo doing average Joe Schmo things. That's not a book. You know?
It's a slice of life.
It's not a book.
It's a genre.
I know it's a genre. I don't care. But, like, God forbid I have standards for the books that I'm being told about. Like...
Does that mean you guys don't want to read the next one?
No, I do. I will absolutely listen to you talk about it and tear it apart, but...
I'll listen to it too, and I will tear it apart.
Okay.
Just like I did this one.
Okay. I feel bad, Kat. We only have you on for bad YA, apparently.
I don't mind. I enjoy hearing about it. Then I know I never have to read them.
We've done some good books recently.
Oh, yeah?
We have done some good books recently.
Yeah, we just did 2 sci-fi horrors in a row.
Oh.
Ooh, I love a sci-fi horror.
Do you know what the SCP Foundation is?
Yes.
We did a book that's based on SCP lore.
Yeah, there is no anti-mimetics division.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. Mimetics.
It's good. It's good.
It is good.
Here, you know what? I have a stack of cat mystery novels that Tom and I read one of, and we liked.
We could do some of those.
Yeah, maybe I'll invite you to one of those, Cat. The cat mysteries.
Cat mysteries. KAT mysteries.
Yeah, the cat is like the detective.
Cat mysteries with Cat.
Yes, cat mysteries with cat.
There it is. It writes itself. That sounds incredible.
It really does.
I'm down.
You know, one thing I liked about this book, which we're actually talking about, is that it had Grisha just like existing.
Yeah.
You know? Like Grisha as part of the plot, but not like Grisha politics as part of the plot. I mean, they were part of it a little bit in terms of the whole witch hunters thing, but
yeah,
you know, they're just part of the gang, using their powers for heists and criminal activity.
Yeah, it's cool to see it like as like a tool in the world rather than like, oh, they're like, you know, like special lauded people and like major drivers of the plot, or like their ability itself is a major driver of the plot rather than like, you know, them as a team. I like that.
I still just do not understand how this group of people is not the ruling class.
Yeah, the Grisha.
Honestly, yeah.
Like for real, how did they become the servant class? Like, I need a whole book of this author explaining that, because
I
that
think
is
it's an
just
interesting concept.
It's an interesting concept. You need to have a reason for it, though.
Yeah,
you can't just be like, "Oh, the people don't like them," because that doesn't solve the whole issue there.
It feels rooted in like religion, where it's like they're unnatural, they're lower class, they have these unnatural powers.
But like, how did power get taken from them? Like, how are they not just like dominating? Like, it doesn't matter how people view them; they are so superior to other people.
Like I could maybe see like a numbers thing, but at the same time, like, if you can manipulate fire, you can just spout gouts of fire and no one can get close to you. How are you going to be the loser in that situation?
Yeah, look here.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I just don't get it. You need to explain it.
Well, I don't think Leigh Bardugo's written that book, unfortunately.
Well, she needs to.
Okay.
She needs to. We need answers.
I do need answers, because this is ridiculous.
Well, unfortunately, the next book I'll share with you is Crooked Kingdom, where we're gonna go save Inej, not that book.
Okay.
So I'll see you guys for that one.
Yeah.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.